Friends, welcome back. I am Elias, and today I want to share something most people have forgotten. We live in a world that tells you to buy seeds every single year, to replant, to restock, to depend on someone else for your food. But our ancestors, they thought differently. They planted once, and they ate for decades. There is a category of vegetables that most modern gardeners have completely overlooked. They are called perennials. And unlike the tomatoes and peppers you replant every spring, these plants come back year after year, season after season, without asking much from you at all. I have spent over 30 years with my hands in the soil and decades studying ancient texts and traditional herbal wisdom. What I share comes from both experience and careful observation. And what I have observed is this: the plants that give the most are often the ones we plant and then simply trust. Today I'm going to share 7 perennial vegetables that belong in every home garden. These are not exotic or hard to find, but they are deeply powerful, and most gardeners walk right past them. Plant them once, feed your family for 20 years. If you value this kind of grounded natural wisdom, take a moment to subscribe right now. And tell me in the comments, what is one plant you wish you had grown sooner? Now, let us begin. 7 plants, each one a gift from the earth, and we start with one that has been warming families from the inside out for over 3,000 years. Number 1, horseradish. So, friends, if there is one plant that deserves a permanent home in your garden, it is horseradish. This is not just a condiment. Traditional wisdom teaches us that horseradish has been used for centuries across Eastern Europe, the Middle East, and ancient Egypt as a powerful root for supporting the body through cold seasons. It is a hardy perennial. You plant the root once, and it will return every single year. In fact, the harder you try to remove it, the more it grows. That is the kind of determination we can learn from. From everything I have learned over the years, horseradish root may help support respiratory comfort and healthy circulation. Many people have found support by grating fresh root into warm water with a little honey during the cold months. Modern research suggests that compounds found in horseradish may support the body's natural defense response. Plant root cuttings in early spring. Give it full sun and loose soil. Harvest in autumn when the roots are thick and firm. One plant will spread and fill a small bed within 2 seasons. I remember when my grandfather first showed me a horseradish root pulled fresh from the ground. He held it up and said, "This little root has more fire in it than most men." He was not wrong. Plant it once, trust it, and it will serve your family through every winter for years to come. Number 2, rhubarb. Most people only know rhubarb from a pie. But friends, this plant is so much more than a dessert ingredient. Rhubarb has been used in traditional Chinese medicine for over 2,000 years. Ancient healers valued its root deeply. Not just the stalk you see above the ground, but what lies beneath. It is one of the most reliable perennials you can grow. Plant it in a corner of your garden, give it good compost and space, and it will reward you with thick crimson stalks every single spring for 20 years or more. Traditional wisdom teaches us that rhubarb stalks offer a tart, cleansing quality that many cultures use to support digestive balance after long winters of heavy food. Modern research suggests the fiber and natural compounds in rhubarb may help support healthy gut function. Harvest stalks in spring when they are firm and upright. Never eat the leaves, they are not for consumption. Chop the stalks and simmer with a little raw honey and ginger for a simple warming tonic. Or use them in preserves to enjoy year-round. One important note, friends. If you are on any medications or have health concerns, always speak with your healthcare provider before adding new plants to your routine. What I share is traditional wisdom, not medical guidance. Rhubarb is a patient plant. It asks very little, and it gives generously every single spring. Number 3, walking onion. Now this one always surprises people, the walking onion. Have you heard of it? Most gardeners have not. But this remarkable plant has been growing in family gardens for hundreds of years. It is called the walking onion because of something truly unusual. It grows small bulbs at the very top of its stalk. When those bulbs become heavy, the stalk bends to the ground. The bulbs take root, and the plant walks itself across your garden. It plants itself. No help needed. From everything I have learned over the years, onions as a family have been valued in every ancient culture on Earth. Egyptian records show onions were given to pyramid workers for strength and endurance. Traditional European herbalists use them to support respiratory and immune health through winter months. The walking onion offers the same gentle benefits as its cousins. Many people have found support by using them regularly in broths, soups, and daily cooking. Plant the small top bulbs in autumn or early spring. They ask for very little, just reasonable soil and sunlight. Within one season, you will have more plants than you started with. The walking onion does not wait to be planted twice. It takes care of itself. And in doing so, it teaches us something about resilience. Number 4, lovage. Friends, if you have never grown lovage, you are missing one of the great forgotten herbs of the traditional garden. Lovage looks like celery. It tastes like celery, but it grows as tall as a person and comes back every year without any fuss at all. Traditional wisdom teaches us that lovage was a staple in medieval monastery gardens across Europe. Monks grew it not just for flavor, but for its long history of use in supporting digestive comfort and kidney health. Modern research suggests lovage may contain compounds that support healthy fluid balance in the body. Many people have found support by brewing a gentle tea from its fresh leaves. Every part of lovage is useful. The leaves flavor soups and stews beautifully. The seeds work like a spice. The roots have their own traditional uses. Cut it back in summer and it will grow again before autumn. Many growers I have spoken to say that once they planted lovage, they never missed buying celery from the store again. One plant, every part useful, every year generous. That is lovage. Number 5, ostrich fern. Now I know what some of you are thinking. A fern? In a vegetable garden? Friends, hear me out. The ostrich fern produces what are called fiddleheads. Those are the young, tightly curled fronds that emerge in early spring, and they have been eaten by indigenous peoples of North America and Asia for thousands of years. They are one of the first fresh foods available after a long winter, and in the old ways, that timing mattered deeply. From everything I have learned over the years, fiddleheads were valued as a spring cleansing food. After months of preserved and stored winter foods, these young greens offered something fresh, mineral-rich, and deeply nourishing. Collect fiddleheads in early spring when they are tightly curled and bright green. Always cook them thoroughly before eating. Steam or sauté them with a little butter and garlic. Do not eat them raw. Plant ostrich ferns in a shaded, moist spot. Near a garden edge or under a tree works well. They spread slowly and return reliably every spring. They ask for shade and moisture, and in return, they offer one of the first harvests of the year. Number 6, sea kale. Sea kale is perhaps the most underappreciated perennial vegetable in the world. It grows wild along the coastlines of Europe, and for centuries, coastal communities harvested it as a spring delicacy. By the 1800s, it was celebrated in the finest gardens of England. Then somehow, it was forgotten. Traditional wisdom teaches us that sea kale was valued not just for its flavor, but for the way it supported the body after the long scarcity of winter. Its young blanched shoots are tender, sweet, and mild, something like asparagus crossed with a delicate cabbage. Modern research suggests sea kale belongs to the brassica family, and like its relatives, may support healthy cellular function and natural detoxification processes in the body. Sea kale is patient. It takes 2 to 3 years to become fully established. But once it is, it will produce for 20 years or more. Plant it in a sunny spot with well-drained soil. In late winter, cover the emerging crowns with a pot or bucket to blanch the shoots. Harvest them when they are 6 to 8 inches tall. Good things ask for patience. Sea kale is proof of that. Number 7, sorrel. Friends, we end today with sorrel, and I saved it for last because it may be the most practical of everything we have discussed. Sorrel is a leafy perennial with a bright, lemony flavor. It grows in spring and autumn when most other greens have disappeared. It is one of the earliest plants to emerge after winter, and one of the last to give up in the cold. Traditional wisdom teaches us that sorrel was a staple spring green across France, Russia, and Eastern Europe for centuries. When fresh food was scarce after winter, sorrel was there, ready, waiting. From everything I have learned over the years, sorrel was valued for its naturally high vitamin C content at a time of year when fresh produce was rare. Many people have found support by adding fresh sorrel leaves to soups and simple broths in early spring. Plant sorrel in a partly shaded spot with rich soil. It will spread slowly each year. Harvest the young leaves before they grow too large. Use them fresh in salads, blended into a simple sauce, or stirred into a warm spring soup. One plant of sorrel, well placed, will feed your family fresh greens every spring and autumn for 15 to 20 years. It is quiet. It is modest, and it never fails to show up exactly when you need it most. If this wisdom is serving you today, consider subscribing so you never miss what is coming next. There is much more to share. Friends, let us walk back through what we covered today. Number 1. Horseradish, a fierce and generous root that returns every year and supports the body through cold seasons. Number 2. Rhubarb, a patient, ancient plant with deep roots in traditional healing and a spring harvest that lasts for decades. Number 3. Walking onion, the self-planting perennial that asks nothing and gives every year without fail. Number 4. Lovage, the forgotten monastery herb that flavors your kitchen and supports your body all season long. Number 5. Ostrich Fern, the ancient spring food that arrives first after winter and offers one of nature's most reliable early harvests. Number 6. Sea Kale, a coastal treasure forgotten by most but deeply rewarding to those patient enough to grow it. Number 7. Sorrel, the quiet, faithful green that shows up every spring and autumn, year after year, exactly when the body needs it. Before you go, here is one simple truth most people overlook. A garden built on perennials is not just practical. It is an act of faith. You are planting not just for today, but for the seasons ahead. For your children. For the family that comes after you, your body responds to what you give it. Choose wisely, and it will serve you well. Now, I would like to hear from you. Which of these 7 perennials surprised you the most? Is there one you are ready to plant this season? Tell me in the comments below. I read every single one. If this spoke to you today, share it with someone who gardens or someone who simply wants to live closer to the earth. And subscribe for more grounded wisdom rooted in tradition and truth. In the next video, I will share the ancient herbs that traditional healers kept closest to their doors, the ones they reached for first. You will not want to miss it. Your body is a temple, and nature provides exactly what it needs. Step outside, touch the soil, and begin. I am Elias. Until next time, stay rooted in truth. God bless.